How you doing, Amy?
I'm good, Mike. How you doing?
Good. Amy McGrath. How are you?
I'm fantastic.
Long-time trucker?
Long time. 24 years.
24 years.
Yep,
So
24.
what year would that be?
2000.
And you've got a long history in trucking, don't you?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
fourth generation.
Boston Trucker here. Welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy it. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I found out recently that my great-great-grandfather was a truck driver.
Okay.
Way back in the day, 1932, unfortunately. He passed away in the sleeper box when his co-driver went off the road in a canal in Florida. He passed away in the bunk. My grandfather did it for 42 years before he retired. Missed it so much that he bought an antique truck and did the show circuit up until he was 90 years old.
So your grandfather. So tell me about your grandfather and his life in trucking, and how did that affect you?
I used to see my grandfather go up and down the street with his truck on the weekends when he would bring it home.
Yeah.
And my brothers would get to ride in it, but I was told by my father, can't go in it. Trucks are for girls. They're not
Really?
for girls. They're not for girls. So I would watch and I'd just stay quiet, and maybe someday I'll drive a truck. And I did.
Was your grandfather a local guy or a road guy?
Well, he was regional, but he used
Okay.
to go as far as Georgia and Wisconsin.
Oh.
His last 15 years was with Contrans out of Gill, Mass. And he was with Ryder for quite some time. And he did a lot. He loved it.
Do you remember some of the trucks he was driving back in the day?
Oh God, he had a couple Brockways. He had quite a few Macs. He had his favorites were the cabovers.
Yeah. Did you ride in any of those?
I didn't get to ride in any.
You didn't get to ride in any?
I did get to ride and drive the Brockway that he had for his showtime.
Wait a minute. Did any of your brothers go into trucking?
No.
Great parenting. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. My younger brother did do a couple years with the Marines, though. He did drive tanker for the Marines, but as far as a profession, he did not. But my daughter does it as well.
Your daughter's right. So you were an influence on your daughter?
Yes.
And you brought her with. You're like, girls can ride in trucks.
That's right.
You're coming with me.
Yep. So she's in year 3 now.
And who does she drive for?
She drives for Patterson Farms.
She drives a Peterbilt too, I bet.
Yep, she does.
So tell us a little bit. Let's walk over here. A little quieter. Can you tell us a little bit about your career, where you started, how you got your license, how you went to, did you go to driving school?
I did. Yeah, I went to United Tractor Trailer in Chicopee.
Okay.
And I started out with restaurant delivery for Maine's Paper and Food.
Oh, I remember them. All hand unload, right?
Very fast because I did a route in Boston.
Oh, wow.
I learned very fast how to drive and where not to drive, and if you need it, take it, as far as sidewalks and lawns go.
That'll make you a driver. Food delivery, paper deliveries. I mean, that's great. It's hard work.
It is very
It's young
hard work.
people's work, but it'll train you fast.
I was in great shape.
Yeah.
From bumping docks and restaurant delivery, I did waste paper to the old dilapidated paper mills.
Okay.
The ones that were meant for little box trucks, but we're still getting the big ones in there.
What kind of truck were you driving at Maine's?
At Maine's, it was a Freightliner.
Okay.
It was a Cascadia, I believe. But then I decided I wanted to start doing the off-road, so I started doing flatbed for a while, going into job sites.
Who'd you do that for?
I did that with Varnish. That was a lot of Home Depots too, though.
Okay.
So I do the pressure-treated lumber to Home Depot, and then go into different sites with the trusses. And then occasional dump trailer for him. Then I did a year over the road for BDR out of Bellows Falls,
Oh, I
Vermont.
remember them.
Yep, went out back and forth to California.
You did?
I
On a
hated
solo?
it. No, it was team.
Yeah?
They only hired teams at the time.
So what do you remember about the road days?
It wasn't for me. That's
Yeah.
the biggest thing I remember. I hated trying to find somewhere clean to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's always been the biggest challenge anyway. Trying to find a place to park just to go in and take a shower was rough. The
a hard
novelty for
lifestyle.
me wore off in a
Were you
month.
able to sleep?
I was.
Okay,
I
that's
can
good.
sleep anywhere.
Did you
thank
have a
God.
good partner?
My ex-husband, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a very good driver.
Good.
Very good driver.
So you did the
And,
coast-to-coast thing, and yeah, you found out quick. It's not for everybody.
No, it's not for everybody.
So what'd you do after that?
I hauled mail for a little while.
Yep.
Then it was back to food delivery, and Then I got in with another local company, and that's where the construction lifestyle started.
Yep.
Excuse me, going into the job sites with dump trailers and the flatbeds with Lockwood.
Okay, Lockwood. That's where I met you.
Yes, I was with Lockwood at that time
Yep.
when we first met. I want to say the first time we met was probably out at the Brockton Fairgrounds.
Probably, yeah.
From
We were
there,
driving a green Western Star.
that Western Star, everybody could see me from 3 miles away.
You couldn't hide in that truck.
No, I could
No
not.
way.
That was the best feature of it, because I could never get into any trouble.
So you worked there for how many years?
I was there for 6.
Wow.
Did a short, quick stint with Heavy Haul Levesque. And
Oh, that's right.
then Western Mass Demolition.
Yep.
Demolition's fun. I don't care who you are.
Yeah?
Demolition's fun.
What do you like about it?
When you get a good operator that can bring a building down in itself
Yeah.
and not get anything everywhere, because
Right.
everybody just thinks the wrecking ball is going to go through and smash
Yeah.
it like bowling pins. But it's an art form
Yeah.
to actually fold these buildings down into
Definitely.
themselves.
It's a skilled profession
It
for
is.
sure.
It is. Then from there it was Goulet.
So you had
for a
Goulet
while.
Trucking, Dirty Dirt.
Dirty Dirt, and
And what were you doing
lots
for
of
them?
Poop.
Lots
I
of,
hauled
a
poop.
lot of poop, huh?
Yeah, the poop was fun.
I've done poop.
It's not fun.
It gets in your skin, the smell
It does.
in the truck.
It does. I'm
Yeah.
allowed to bring my shoes in the house now.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Before, even though I didn't have it physically where you could see it on my shoes, the smell stayed.
So
with
you
ya.
went to like a water treatment plant and then to landfills?
Yes.
Basically?
Yep, landfills or burn plants.
Okay.
There's also a big organics facility, the Canadian border in Chattagay, New York. I used to go to a lot.
Yep.
And they would mix it with lime and other kinds of
Mhm.
fertilizers, and it would go out into the fields.
Wow.
And now I'm at Kocot.
So how many years were you at Goulet?
6.
6 years, so
Yep.
6 and 6. And
Yep.
so you're not a job hopper. You put some good time in a lot of companies.
I do. There
Yeah.
was a couple companies that did go out of business.
That happens. I could say
it
that
does.
about my resume too. Yeah, it
Yeah,
happens.
It does.
Yep.
But with 24 years, almost 25, it'll be 25 this fall. I'm pretty happy with everything that I've done. The only thing I haven't done was doubles, triples, and I mean, I've pulled tanker, but not loaded
Mhm.
tanker. I just never had the desire to do that.
So now you're at Henry Kocot.
Yes,
And you've been there how long?
since January.
And what do you think?
I love it. It's a very, very laid-back family company, and I don't just say it because I'm new, but
Mhm.
I mean, everybody gets along great. We've got guys that have been there almost 40 years.
Wow.
So if you can stay at one company that
Mhm.
long, it says a lot.
I know they got beautiful trucks,
They try.
like the
They
379.
They definitely try. I
And
try to keep it up. Some days it's harder than others, but
And what kind of work are you doing for them?
right now I'm doing site work, running back and forth to Mitchell's Pit in Northfield, Mass. Northfield, Mass with Mount Herman to Gill, Mass to Mitchell's Pit.
So with a dump trailer?
Dump trailer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but a lot of it, I've been doing flatbed with rebar.
Yeah. Yeah. Where's
So-
that go?
All over the place.
Yeah.
Any place they're putting a building in, they need rebar, we're going.
Yeah. How is that?
I like it.
Yeah?
I like it. You know, I did a lot of flatbed with Lockwood and Varnish.
Yeah.
So luckily I did have that experience.
Yeah.
Rebar is different because it moves around, it flexes.
So a
you
lot of
gotta-
sharp edges?
at the very ends.
Yeah.
But it's, they're round.
Yep.
So they settle.
Right.
And once they find home, you're all set. But yeah, usually a couple times a trip, you're stopping to tighten your straps
Sure.
again. But you got to check them anyway if you're paying attention
You
to what
guys
you're
kind of
doing.
go all over New England, don't you?
Yes. Yeah.
And so was that like an early morning job? Like you start early, finish early? Or
With
is
the
it...
rebar, yeah.
Yeah.
Rebar, you start anywhere between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m.
Okay.
And you're done usually around noontime.
Yep.
Site work, you're at the truck for 6:30.
Right.
So done at 3:30. I
Not
can't
bad.
complain.
So then you
Yep.
you showed your daughter how to become a driver?
That I can't take credit for.
Okay.
I cannot take credit for that. But she told me that her instructors out at the school she went to knew who I was. And,
Oh, yeah?
really?
Hopefully that was
pretty
good.
wild. That was a good thing. Yeah, that was a good thing.
So you've been driving over 25 years about?
Almost 25.
Well, I see a lot of changes in the
Oh my
industry.
God. And I can't say all of them are good either.
No. What are your biggest pet peeves when you're out on the road?
sweatpants and Crocs getting out
Yeah.
of the trucks.
Sure.
That's not cool. I'm wearing the yoga pants today.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
It's a Sunday.
It's a Sunday.
You're
And it's
allowed.
a show. I'm not on a job site
Yeah.
or going into a customer.
How do you dress when you're on a job site?
Job sites, work boots, jeans, a company shirt, or
Yeah.
at least something that doesn't look like I climbed out of a dumpster.
Right. It's pretty sad. What are the good things about the trucking industry today?
I know I'm going to get a lot of haters for this,
Go ahead.
but the ELDs.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, you're saying they're good.
I'm saying the ELDs
Okay.
and the cameras are good because I've been into a couple accidents over the years, and thankfully the cameras were there, proved that I was
Interesting.
not at fault.
Interesting.
I do not like the driver-facing cameras. That's
Yeah.
an invasion of
Have you
privacy
had
all
those?
the way. Oh yes, yes. The last company I was with,
Yeah.
without renaming names,
Right.
we had them, and you get allergies and stuff, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, you
Yeah.
can't even
And
do
you're
that.
aware of it.
Can't even do that.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
tough.
So, I had a guy hit me a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and thankfully the cameras were there.
Yeah.
The guy was trying to say that
Right.
it was me, but it was him. The cameras were there, caught
The
it.
cameras are great if you're not at fault.
If
If
you're
you
not
are at fault,
Then it's on you. It's all on you.
yeah, it is. Hey.
But the ELDs, I'm not young anymore,
Yep.
and it keeps me legal. At the logbooks, we all know some tricks.
Sure.
And yeah, we like to say we're legal, but
You're legal. Let's just say you're legal.
we're legal.
So, for video's sake.
Yes, for video's sake.
So you're now. I've known you a while. I follow you on social media. You're out there in the snow. You live out
Oh,
here in
yeah.
Western Mass. Snow. Got any tips for new drivers that are driving
Take
out
your
there in
time.
bad weather?
Take your time. Don't let anybody tell you to hurry up.
Yep.
If you're not comfortable, pull over.
Yeah.
Or don't go. It's easier said than done. I know everybody needs to make a paycheck,
Yeah.
but if you're not feeling comfortable,
Sure.
you got to pull over, take a break. You're captain of the ship.
Yep.
I get upset when I hear people are out and they're scared to death doing it.
Yeah. That's scary.
If you're scared, pull over.
Right.
Just wait.
That's right.
But like with job sites, everybody gets impatient.
Mm-hmm.
If you get impatient, somebody else is impatient.
Yeah.
The operator's impatient. They start, getting upset, flailing, all that crap. Hurry up, let's go.
Yeah.
That's gonna make you more nervous.
Yeah.
Take your time, block it out. Don't let anybody rush you because that's where accidents happen.
Absolutely.
You start
That's great
panicking,
advice.
trying to hurry up and please them.
Yeah.
It's not safe to do that. You got to take your time, make sure to pay attention, and you'll get home at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Okay, here's the part of the interview where I'm going to ask you, when I shut this camera off and I walk away, you're going to say to yourself, I should have said this. Or there's a story I should have told Mike, and now we've already done it and it's out there. So take a second, think about, is there anything you want to say about trucking, or any memories, or you want to thank anybody, or...
Well, we did talk a little bit about my grandfather.
Yeah, I like to hear about
And
him.
Even though he, in so many ways, was old school.
Mm-hmm. What was your grandfather's name?
Carl
Carl McGrath?
Meissner.
Meissner, okay.
Yeah. Even though he was old school in a lot of ways, he was always my biggest supporter. So it was always something that I'd be hearing from different people. Your grandfather is so proud. The fact that you drive truck too. And one of my uncles did.
Okay.
So, it did go down the line like that. My father did with fire trucks for the
Look,
fire
there's a
department.
future truck driver right there. Look to your left now.
Yeah.
See, right
That's
there.
good. That's good.
You never know.
Girls can do it.
Yeah, girls
Girls can
absolutely
do it.
can. And I'd say most girls that I've met are better truck drivers than a lot of the men.
I have heard that. I've had a lot of people say you're better than the guys that come in here, but I tell them you're not making me any friends. You got to keep that to yourself.
All right, you suck.
Yes, exactly.
She's a terrible
but
driver.
Girls can do it.
Yeah.
You want to do it, do it.
Absolutely.
Don't let anybody tell you girls can't.
Absolutely. A lot more women in trucking now
And
than...
it's great to see.
Yeah.
It is great to see.
And some
I
of
am
them
so
find
proud
out
of my
it's,
daughter.
yeah.
I'm so proud of her for doing it because it's
What's her name?
not Krista.
I don't know if I've seen... Which one does she drive?
She's in the one that Gary used to drive, one of the brown ones,
Oh,
the brown and white
okay.
ones.
Yeah.
So the fact that she's doing it, and she's doing it for a smaller company,
Mhm.
that they really work hard.
Yep.
It's not something that you can just pull off to the side and say somebody else do it.
Right.
She's doing it. She's muscling the stuff
Amazing.
herself, and she's learning by the seat of her pants like I did.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just you know, ride with a trainer for a couple of weeks
Yeah.
and have somebody else do it if you're too tired or whatever. She's doing it, and it's in a lot of ways how I learned. So
Do you guys talk shop?
yes, we do.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Did you do that with your grandfather?
I did.
That's great.
Yep.
Oh, I wish I could have heard you guys talking. I know you were really proud of your grandfather over the years. Seen some amazing pictures. Maybe you'll send me some,
I can.
like
Yes.
when you get home,
Yes.
and I'll include them in
I've
the
got a
video. Yeah.
I've got a couple at home.
And if you have any younger pictures of you driving, or any pictures of you with a truck,
Gladly.
let's throw them in there.
I wish my grandfather had been able to see my daughter drive.
Amazing. Well, thank
That
you
would
so
be
much
great.
for talking with us today, with me, and it's great to know you.
You too. Hey. Okay. Okay. Walking. Are you on the row with the sign-in booth, or are you the row after that? Local burger. So
I'll be over here.
there.
Follow the smoke.
Everything's online.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm with Mike Kowalski. Okay. That's her walking right there.
I see her. Oh, she's taller than you.
Yes, she is.
Is that her husband?
Yes, fiance. Close enough.
Okay.
There's Cam the man.
What's up, guys?
How you doing?
We just did an in-depth interview with your mom.
Awesome.
She said some great things about you. She's very proud of you. It's nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
How you doing? Mike.
Brian.
Hey, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
You too, you too. And we have future drivers here, maybe? All right, guys. All right, guys. All right. Here goes Amy.